from Iraq. Zahra, Shima, Salam Muhammad, Taysir, how are you? Assalamu alaikum. Meyhana, 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 Meyhana. Ayat, ayat, baba, ayat. You think just you can sing Iraqi songs. We love them also. Hayyak, yes, hayyak. Baba, hayyak. أيوة. ما جانا بح بح. Who is the main singer for this song? Many singers, I mean Arab singers, are there to sing this song, but who is the famous one? Nadim al-Ghazali. I haven't heard that name before. Nadim al-Ghazali. Or Nazim al-Ghazali. Yeah, Nazim al-Ghazali. His nationality or his nationality is Iran or some other Arabian countries. Because it is so famous among Arab people of Khuzestan in Iran also. Mostly they sing his song in their wedding parties and some other places also. That is so famous song in Iran also. Aha, from Baghdad. That's okay. Thank you. Thank you for giving me some information about the singer. Hi, 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 hi. Okay, my dear and lovely friends, he was Jewish. Oh. Hello again, Hoida. Nice friends. This session, I think, devoted to the lovely subject of being a research and writing something on it. I mean, thesis, writing of thesis proposal and something like this. Then I'm sure that this session is important for my friends because next term, inshallah, they are going to write their own thesis. As last session mentioned you, every one of you should prepare a title, a good title for yourself for this, I mean, semester also for seminar, and you have to provide at least a proposal about 10 pages for me. And inshallah, if I find your titles academic, valuable, precious, good, knowledgeable, informative, then inshallah the same title can be there for your thesis also, and then colleagues and others also will give you a hand to write your thesis. I'm sure that it is a hard task for you, for our students in Iran also. It is a hard task to come over the writing of the thesis, because unfortunately during BA courses, no one is there to ask students to write articles or to know even how to write articles and thesis or something like this. They postpone it into the MA, and it is not okay, I think, because in European countries, universities there, they teach to the BA students how to write, and they should also write some papers and articles, and must go into the conferences and should present their papers there before many people are there, you know, and then they ask them to do that in BA periods. But unfortunately, in our educational system, it is not there. So that is why many students do not know in what way they should go, how to find, first of all, titles, how to write even titles. Some of my dear friends have sent me some titles, and then I told them one by one. Not all of them, just 3 or 4 friends have sent their titles for me. Still, those titles have done by others, uh, as I checked them in the internet. Uh, but for this, I mean, syllabus, your seminar, it is not problem about writing something again about the same title, which is there in the Iran doc or other places. No matter for me. If I find your own words there, no matter. But friends, the originality of the title for your thesis is a must. You know, you have to write and prepare an original title for your thesis, because your thesis is a proof and would be there for always. And if you do something on the same title which already others have done something on it, it would be a plagiarism, and a big danger would be there for you. Even you cannot do that, because your titles are going to be registered in our Iran doc system. Then they are going to investigate it whether already some people have done something on your title, or not. Thereafter, they are going to send us a permission about your titles, whether we cannot continue the same title or not. That is why I would like to inform my friends to take care of the originality of their titles. If you would like, something must be new in your titles. I mean, it must differs from the same titles which are there in the world. And we call that originality of title. You have to take care of the originality of your titles. Please, as soon as possible or in no time, prepare your titles for me and send them to me, and let me to challenge about them, to maybe survey them through internet to find out their sameness from the internet, to find out whether there are some things there or not. Yes, Reza, you would like to say something? Reza, I think his microphone is activated. Now you cannot say it. That's okay. Okay, my friends. So please prepare as soon as possible your titles. Hello again. Hello, Mona. And send them to me at least up to the next session. You have to send it because we have not so much time. Then you have to start to write something about your titles. This term, you must learn how to prepare yourself to get such a big problem, to face such a big problem of writing your thesis. That is why I am so eager to teach something for my friends, at least to know how they should write their own proposals and then their own thesis about the literary issues, inshallah. Nice. Today, friends, I'm going to start the features of a good proposal. After getting a title, after finding a good title, and maybe after accepting it by your supervisor and advisor, and even the English group there, and HOD and some other authorities of the university, you must prepare your proposal. A proposal, as it meaning shows you, means to preparing something before doing the original work, to writing something about your work, about your thesis, which you are going to do on it thereafter. Proposal is this one. You are going to suggest something in your proposal for your thesis. Then it should be academic, it should be informative, it should be written in its right way, it should follow some features, some standard features of the world. Then no one can prepare any proposal by his or her own way. Yeah, already such structures are there for the academic proposal, but still some differences are there for literature students and the science students, or students of teaching English or translation studies. They are different from the literature proposals. Literary proposals must follow the rules of the MLA. As I saw last night, one of the friends has got the MLA and send it into the group. I thank them again, her again. I don't know whether she is there or he is there. But last night I saw something there. Then I thank that person again for sending the MLA format for the students Muhammad was there. Muhammad, thank you. Muhammad, yes. So it means that, yeah, Muhammad is Muhammad. We know the gender of Muhammad also. Thank you, Muhammad. But one thing was there. One thing was there. Unfortunately, I became sad of Muhammad's friends there in group. No one thanked him for sending that pamphlet for the friends. Friends, we should learn, first of all, to thank God, to thank our parents, to thank our friends, our relatives, our sons, our daughters, our husbands, our wives, whenever they are doing something for us. You know, as I said, this is the base of literature. We should love each other. We should. This is not the duty of Muhammad to send that pamphlet into the group, but he has done it. Then we need to thank. We need to thank Muhammad there in the group. I did my own. I think I sent something to Muhammad in the group, thanking him for his lovely. As I said, whenever I am elder than you or older than you, let it be, I must talk about the experiences. We must make the world a good place to live, okay? We must, uh, oh, nice, nice, nice. That's okay, Muhammad. That's okay. That's okay. Nice, nice, nice. It's okay. I did not know about your private, maybe contacts. I think, inshallah, we never forget about the bestowing and blessing of our friends, our God, our parents, and so on. Anyway, I'd like to thank again of Muhammad for sending that pamphlet for the friends group tonight. I think last night, yeah, it was there. No matter. Fikri says that, sorry, doctor, we attended your lectures and in spite of our problems with Don, you knew that the seminar subject was recorded with Dr. Zahra. God save her. So we will attend your fine lectures till we solve our problem. No matter, Fakri, I didn't know about that problems. For me, no matter. It would be okay, inshallah. And this system, I mean, done system, automatically, I think, records whatever is there. And it would be available for the students to collect it from the system and listen again to those lectures of your teachers. I think it is like it must be like that. Okay, no problem, Fikri. Don't mention it. Just now is important. Okay, now is important. We are here right now, and we are enjoying. Oh, you are guests, Reza. That's okay. That's okay. مهمان حبیب خداست. Yes, مهمان حبیب خداست is the friend of God. Guest is the friend of God. Habibi, you know the Habibi. Most songs of Arabic, Arabic songs has this word in themselves. Habibi, Habibi, Habibi. My friend. Yes, that's okay. So today I would like to talk about the features or structures or elements of a good a proposal for my friends. Please remember these elements one by one because you are going, inshallah, after your titles, you are going to write at least a proposal. Other teachers, maybe they are going to ask you to write at least half of your thesis for them, 50 pages, 60 pages. But I do not want to bother you, to annoy you. Just I would like you learn how to write them. Then thereafter, inshallah, you can manage your thesis in its right way and good way. But proposal you have to write and send it to me because it is very much necessary for me at least to find out what the hell is going on there in your writings, grammatical problems, and even friends. It is a big suggestion from me. Due to your accent, due to your mother tongue, some problems I think are there among our Iraqi students about their listenings and speakings. Then inshallah we shall do something to improve your speaking also, because in Viva sessions, or as I said, whenever inshallah I'd like my friends to join me to some conferences in the world also. And whenever with my students I am going to conferences, I am not going to talk there. And I leave that duty to my students, because I would like to enhance the self-confidences of my students there in such big get-togethers of the world. And they must do that. They must do that, because already we knew how to manage such conferences. But our friends must join to such conferences, inshallah, to show off, there. That's okay. Yes, as I said, friends, one by one I am going to talk. In your proposal, what maybe materials must be there, what features must be there, what elements must be there is this one. First of all, in a good, as I said, your proposal is differs from the proposals of science people. You know, your proposal must depend on the MLA system, and the others depends on APA system, and a little bit differences are there. I will talk to you about such differences, but first of all, about our own literary proposals, I'm going to talk. The first and most important element of your proposal is the title of your work or study. Okay, the title must be there. But what features a title must follow? At least its appearance must be okay, friends. As I said, the question for should not be there in your titles. A complete sentence must not be there, okay? Must not be there. Try to avoid punctuations if you can. Try to avoid putting, I think, comma or semicolon or hyphen in your titles, okay? If it is possible. If not, just try to decrease the usage of them in your title. This is the case with your title. The originality of your title, as I mentioned, is important. Then, whenever you are going to write the name of some books, I mean novels, I mean plays, you know, collections of poetry and something like this, which are in the form of a book, you should be italicized, you know, italicize those names. Whenever, for example, you are going to write the sons and lovers, sons and lovers must be in your title in italic form, you know. It must be in italic form. Brief and attractive, exactly, Fakri. It must be in its simple, brief, attractive, succinctive, beautiful, informative, you know, academic, and so many features are there for the title. Then keep such with. And if you are going to write, for example, the name of some short stories, some poems, put them in the comma, please, okay? In the complete comma, we say in English. Then other features are there for the title. Maybe our friends know about. So the title is the first thing which you should add, first of all, in your, yes, Ali, yes, exactly this. And not mysterious, yeah, exactly. Or ironical, as we say. It should not be ironical and ambiguous. Ambiguous, also we say. Thank you for your information about the how to writing a title. So the first and most important thing in your proposal is your title. Remember, please, carefully, friends. Okay, the next thing is in your proposal is introduction. Let me write. Please do not write something while I am typing the features of the proposal because of the misunderstanding of my friends. That is why I am asking. Please forgive me for this suggestion, as I am going to write the, according to the features of the what we say proposal here one by one. If you write something that it would be maybe bring some misunderstanding to our students. That is why I'm asking you to at the end, if you have any question or if you would like to express yourself and your feelings for me, then you can write something. Yeah, the first one is title. The second one, it be like this. The second one is introduction. Let it be there, then I am going to talk about the features, even how we should write introduction and those things. The third feature is a statement of the problem. Statement of the problem. Of the problem must be there for us. The third is the statements of the problem. I will tell you what should you write on this part of your proposal. But first of all, let me just mention the features. The next one is purpose of the study. The fourth is purpose of the study. So the study must be there for us in a proposal, inshallah. The next one is review of literature, which is very much important. Review of literature is very important for the students of literature. This part is very much important, even for other theses. The next one is questions of the study. And sometimes hypotheses also are there, But in literature, mostly we do not have hypotheses there. Just if you provide some questions, at least 3 questions must be there, because your thesis includes 3 chapters, main chapters, I mean. One conclusion chapter is there, one introduction chapter, and the main chapters of your thesis would be the 3 chapters. it is okay to provide at least three questions, three good questions, to answer them in each chapter of your thesis. That is why I'm saying you can provide many questions, but if it would be three questions, then I think it would be okay. Okay, the next maybe feature of your thesis after questions is the methodology. Methodology. Sorry if spelling problems are there. Forgive me for that, because so I am writing or typing very fast. That is why maybe you will find out some spelling problems there. So methodology must be there for us. And the other and most important thing is limitations and delimitations of a study. Limitations and delimitations. I don't know whether I have typed in it right here or not, but let it be there. Limitations and delimitations in a proposal must be there for us, and you have to talk about them. Then 9 is the significance of a study. Significance of a study must be there. Then 10 must be the design of the study, or we call it chapterization also. The design of a study or chapterization, we call it. In the other maybe feature of a proposal is bibliography, or better to say works cited. Bibliography or resources or works cited. These are the elements of literary proposal for us. But still remember, my friends, still such elements differ from country to country, from university even to university, from place to place. They differ a little bit, but these are the main features which must be there in a proposal, my dear friends. So your proposal, remember, must include these features. Otherwise, it cannot be an acceptable and accurate proposal, an academic proposal for us. Then these features must be there. Yes, right now, if you have any question, if you would like to say something, please stage it yours, because I would like to start other material. If you want to say something, please ask me. Yes, Zahra says that, Doctor, like, next lecture writes introduction. Zahra, I couldn't get over what do you mean by this sentence. You mean that I have to give some information about how to write introduction in proposal, or you are going, inshallah, to give a lecture for us next session, yes? Which one is okay? No, Raghed, no, no. In proposal, we do not need conclusion. But sometimes they bring the part conclusion also. Sometimes they bring, in some proposal I have seen, conclusion part also is there. But if you do not put that feature there also, for me there is no problem. Maybe some other teachers would be there. They are asking you to put conclusion also there. Because you haven't finished your job yet. You are going to give some proposals, some suggestions, about writing your thesis, then I think it is not okay to ask people to write conclusion. And if they can write conclusion, it means that already they have done that work and they are finished their thesis. So what is the use of writing proposal? Hmm? Conclusion means at the end you are going to conclude to get over something while you studied materials, And then before starting and going to collect your data, I think it is not possible so much to write conclusion about your work. I do not expect you, to write. Right, suggestions also must be there in your thesis, not in your proposal. Mhm. Suggestions after doing your work, you can suggest people what should they do more about the study. It is not possible to write suggestions for the others in proposal. Muhammad says that is there a limitation for the number of papers for the proposal? At least for your thesis. For proposal, you can bring five, six, seven, up to 10. No matter, huh? No matter, Muhammad. Uh, but the more, the better, we say. But still, for your thesis also, there is no limitation. Uh, you know, but for you, for an article, I say, to write a 15 pages article, you have to read at least 20 articles or books, But for proposal, if you bring five, six, seven, it would be enough for me. No matter. In the proposal, that is the same for the thesis. No, Muhammad, in your thesis, it must be at least 50, 60 books or articles with together must be there for your thesis as the bibliography or work cited. You must bring at least 50, 60, 70, articles or books there. But for proposal seven, six, five, it would be enough for me. Here in proposal, I would like you just to learn how to write a proposal, and what are the features of a good proposal. But inshallah, for your thesis, much time is there for you, you know. Then you can easily go through the works and find out whether they are useful for you or not. Then you can bring them as the work cited in your thesis. But for your 10 pages proposals, just if you bring 4, 5, and 6 of them, it would be enough for me. Yes, please. If any question or idea is there, please ask me, because thereafter I'm going to talk about the features one by one. Is there a pamphlet or PDF to provide us of how to write a proposal or thesis? Yes, sir. Yes, already I have sent it to you. My own pamphlet, Doing Research, by Ali Aryan, is there to give you a hand. It is so simple because I have written it in simple English words and simple sentences also. That one is so much useful and helpful for you. Otherwise, yeah, I can propose some others for you with hard languages. I think my own pamphlet and my own, book there would be okay for you, to help you. Thank you, Mohammed. Yes, any question, any idea? Reza, I have sent it already into the group. Reza, it is available there in group, a WhatsApp group. It is available. I have sent it already to the group, WhatsApp group. Have you joined that group, Reza, before? That's okay. Uh, Muhammad, please, if it is not matter for you, resend that pamphlet into the group again, please. Then let your friends. Oh, nice, nice. Thank you, Muhammad. Thank you. That's okay. Okay, my dear friends. Uh, Thank you for your lovely ideas and asking some questions also. Now, friends, I'm going to talk about the features one by one. Uh, but you know that these sessions are not enough to completely talk about the features, because it takes so long time for us to do that. Just briefly, I am going to say, my friends, what should they do in each feature or element to write a good proposal for me, inshallah. I'm waiting for your lovely proposal. As I said, if I find your titles good, inshallah, I maybe suggest you to do your thesis also on the same titles. Okay, so as you know, the introduction is the part of the paper which provides readers with the background information. This is important, friends. Background information. Remember, this is a key word for you. In introduction, you should bring background information, okay, for the research, for your study. This is important because, as I said, a researcher is someone who is adding, modifying, or removing something from the previous studies or previous works. That is why you have to maybe give some information about the previous things which are there about your title. So we call this background information must be there in your what we say proposal in the part of introduction. Otherwise, it cannot be academic one, and you will be in trouble. These are some what we say keywords which I'm talking about them. You remember these things. Background information in your introduction must be there. Then, as I said, you must provide something for the readers, for the readers, for the scholars, for the teachers, for the referees, and for whomsoever is there to learn and to go through your work of art, to learn more and more. Now, the purpose, the aim, the target of the introduction is to establish a framework for the research. Yes, remember the introduction part of your research proposal is a framework which is going to establish, a structure for your research, remember, so that readers can understand, this is important, so that readers can understand how it is related to other research. This is the case. So introduction part must give some background information for us about other materials which are there, and we should give that opportunity to our readers to maybe remember or to find out that how your work is related to the other works. In a good proposal, in its introduction part, the writer should remember one is create reader interest in the topic. You suppose that suppose yourself as a seller of some clothes, for example, a seller of some clothes. You would like to sell some clothes. Then some words must be there from you to shout to the people and to give some information about those clothes which you are selling to them, to make them interested to buy them. This is the first case. Then here also remember, you should create reader interest, on the topic. Otherwise, they are not going to read your thesis or you read your article. Introduction part, you must create reader interest in the topic. The second one is lay the broad of foundation for the problem that leads to the study. What type of problems you faced before, which maybe gave you that opportunity to come into that title to work something about it. This is the next feature of the good evening, Mohnad. No problem, no problem. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, this is the other maybe feature. No, this is the first one. Which one is first one, Mohnad? Yeah. For being late. Yes, Mohnad. No problem. Don't don't care about such things. Class belongs to you, not me. It is your class, not mine class, huh? It belongs just to the students. Who am I here? Then no problem. Yeah, yeah, the first session. Oh, Mohna is the first session for Mohna. That's okay. Yes, friends, as I said, uh, the reader, I mean the writer of the proposal must lay the broad function for the problem that leads to the study. Okay, the third one is he should place the study, or she should place the study within the larger context of the scholarly literature. This is important, scholarly literature, you know. Uh, this is a big maybe challenge for you. You should provide such information in your introduction part. Still, people do not know how they should write introduction features of the proposal. Mostly our friends in Iran, our students in Iran, mostly they are bringing some bibliographies about the writers. And so what is the use of that bibliographies in the proposal? Because everyone can easily go through the internet to find out them who was Shakespeare, who was John Donne, who was Ali Arian, or many other writers. We do not need anything about the bibliography of the writers, you know. But still in Iran, unfortunately, many friends are bringing something about the uh, bibliography of the writers and maybe other things also, which are not academic for a proposal. The other thing is this: you should try. Yes, Fakri says that to introduce the goal of the research paper. Yeah, yes, that is the case. Uh, you should try to reach friends, to reach some specific audience. Everybody is not going to be your audience in literature, you know, because they are the people of science, the people of economy, the people of politics, the people of cultures, you know. They are not coming towards you. You should try to reach to a specific audience, to those who are interested in literature, you know. This is the case. I mean, you should bring something to reach out to a specific audience of your topic. Then it would be lovely for you, and uh, it would be a good, what we say, uh, introduction for your proposal. This is okay. Uh, Suppose if a researcher is working within a particular theoretical framework of inquiry, the theory or line of inquiry should be introduced and discussed early. You know, that theory, as I mentioned before, approaches, we call it approaches. You must bring that approach in your title. For example, means I mean uh, romantic study of something, a psychological study of something, you know. About that cases also you have to bring something in your introduction. in the introduction. Remember, the theory of inquiry selected will be inform the statement of the problem. Thereafter, as I mentioned, you will have the next feature as the statement of the problem. Here in your introduction also, you should mention something which inform the reader about your statement of problem there, which must be rational for the study. Yeah, rational for the study, and questions and hypotheses if they are. Selections of instruments, I mean methodology. With some methodology instruments, you are going to collect your data. Here in your introduction, it's okay to give some brief information about such things. Ultimately, findings of your maybe study will be discussed in terms of how they relate to the theory, yeah, that undergirds the study. Then some outcomings would be there for you. You should inform that yes, the outcomings of this study would give you a hand to understand what do we mean by, for example, what do we mean by realism, yeah, and how the readers can get some information about the realistic features of the postmodern era, for example. So this is the care. Therefore, theoretical frameworks and lines of inquiry may be differentially handled in quantitative or qualitative ways. Sometimes we need quantitative ways, and sometimes we need qualitative ways. In literature, luckily, mostly we need qualitative ways, not quantitative. Quantity in literature is not important for us, okay? But quality is very much important, and you should take care of such things, please, please, please. We go to the statement of the problem. Now, just briefly, you got from me what should you do for writing of introduction in your proposal. But still, friends, I have given you just notes, notes, and notes. And notes are not enough to play the musical instrument, make a good song of غنيلي شوية شوية here, for example. If you go to the music classes, your teacher will give you some notes of غنيلي شوية شوية, but you cannot play that instrument to bring that song in its right way if you do not practice and practice and practice and practice at home. Okay, what do I mean by this sentence? I mean that I gave you something about how to write your introduction. You got some notes from me here. But still, friends, if you do not work, and if you do not practice, and if you do not write, and if you do not use such tips, such notes for writing something, you will lose immediately them after the session. And after maybe 1 day or 2 days, you will forget about it. Then better in English, whenever you are going to get something from teacher, from books, from whatever, from media, from whatever is there around of you, to do some practices on them. Otherwise, it would not be useful for you, my dear friends. Especially while it comes to write something, you need that notes, and without writing, you cannot complete your work of study or other things. Okay, now we go to the statement of the problem. What shall we do when we are going to write the part of proposal which we entitled it as a statement of a problem? I'm going to give some information again about this case. The problem statement, remember friends, describes the context for the study. So this is the first. The context for the study, and it also identifies. I haven't heard that name before. The general analysis approach. The general analysis approach. By which approach I am going to analyze the text of this novel, the poems of his nationality, that poet, or her nationality, the short story of that writer. Okay, this is the case. So the first thing here, as I mentioned for my dear friends, is remember, I mean, in the statement of problem, because it is so famous among Arab people of describe Khuzestan in Iran also for the study, and you should identify wedding parties, general analysis of your approach, that is so which already you have chosen for your work of study, friends. This is here. The problem statement describes the context for the study, and it also identifies the general analysis of your approach, which you have chosen already for the study. In here, you should think about it, write about it. Then the second step here is a problem might be defined. As I mentioned before, the main mission of a research work is to solve the problems of the society, to solve the problems of human beings, to solve the problems of animals, to solve the problem of nature, to solve the problems of whatever is there around us. So this is the case. Those problems maybe enforces us to go through them and to find solution for them. Then a problem might be defined as the issue that exists in literature, theory, or practice that leads to a need for the study. Okay, sometimes you are going to find out something in theory. Sometimes you are going to find out something in literature. Okay, my dear and lovely friends, he was Jewish. You know, in practice or tradition, rights, custom. Nice friends. Then this session, I think, that problem devoted you must mention lovely subject in your proposal for being a research and writing something on it. I mean, then this is the next maybe step for my friends to do so in their proposals. A problem might be, I'm sure that this session is important for my friends. This next in the literature term, inshallah, theory or practice, they are going to write their own thesis to a need for the study. As last session, what does it mean? It means that yes, every problem is there. Should then, as a researcher, you are going to do for this something to solve that problem. Also for here we call and job, you have to provide at least a research work about 10 pages. Researches for me the problems to solve, and inshallah, them. If I then you have to mention that problem, your titles, your academic value for the readers. Okay. Knowledgeable information. Okay, next thing here is then it is inshallah the same title. It can be there for your thesis also. that the
And
problem
then,
stands out,
colleagues and others
the
also
reader can
will give you a
easily
hand to write your
recognize
thesis.
it. This is
I'm
important.
sure that
The reader,
it is a
the
hard task for
professors,
you,
other
for our
students,
students in
classmates,
Iran
your
also.
colleagues,
It is a
your
hard task
partners,
to come over the
you know,
writing
they
of the
easily must understand that problem.
thesis.
Otherwise,
Because
they are not going
unfortunately
to
during
enter
BA
to
courses, no one is there to ask
to study your work.
students to write
this one.
articles or
Then
to
you
know
should
even how
provide
to write
something
articles and
very simple
theses or
to
something
let
like this. They
reader
postpone it
to
into the email,
recognize
and it is not
the
okay, I
problem
think,
as soon as
because
possible,
in
very
European
easily.
countries,
So it is
universities
important
there,
in a
they
proposal
teach to
that
the
the
BA
problem stand
students
out.
how to write,
The reader can
and they should
easily
also
recognize it. That is
write
important
some
for
papers and
our
articles,
friends.
and
So in
must
this
go into the
part,
conferences,
then
and
you
should
should
present their
give
papers there
attention to this
before many
matter,
people are
friends,
there, you know.
which it is
And
important
then
in the proposal that
they
the problem
ask them to do
stand
that
out.
in BA
The
period.
reader
But
can
unfortunately,
easily
in our
recognize it
educational system, it
because
is not
sometimes
there.
obscure and
That is why
poorly formulated
many
problems
students
are made, as I
do
have
not
seen
know
many
in
times
what way they
in
should
some
go,
theses.
how
Even
to find first
we
of all
teachers also
titles, how to write even
some
titles.
confusion
Some of my
are
dear
there
friends
among
have
us.
sent me some
We cannot
titles.
find out what is the problem there.
And then I told them one by one.
So
Not
Huwaida
all
says
of them,
that
just 3
are
or
we
4
only mentioning
friends
the
have sent
literary
their
problem,
titles for
or
me.
should we
Still,
formulate
those titles
solutions
have
from
done
our
by
point of view?
others.
No, here no. No,
As I
Huwaida.
checked
Not,
them
not
in
here.
the
In this part,
internet.
you have to
But
mention
for
just
this,
the problems, okay?
I mean, syllabus, your
In this
seminar,
part, you
it is
should
not
not talk
problem
about the
about
solutions.
writing something
Here,
again
just
about
you
the
should
same title,
mention the
which
problem.
is there in the Iran
I
Doc
think
or other places. No
this is not
matter
the
for
place
me.
for your own ideas.
If I find your
Okay.
own words there,
Next
no
step
matter.
for
But
writing
friends, the
your
originality of the title
statement
for
of
your
problem is
thesis
this. A
is
problem
a
statement
must. You know,
should be
you
presented
have
within a
to
context,
write
and that
prepare
context
an
should be
original
provided
title
and briefly
for your
explained,
thesis, because your thesis
including
is a
a
proof
discussion
and would be
of
there
the
for always. And
conceptual
if you
or
do something
theoretical
on the
framework
same
in
title
which
which
it is
already others have
embedded.
done
That is
something on
important.
it,
That is again
it would be a
a good
plagiarism,
step
and a big danger would be
in
there
your
for you.
statements
Even
of
you cannot
problem.
do
Then
that, because
this case must
your
be there for
titles are
you,
going to be
friends.
registered
Whenever you are
in
going to
our
write your
Iran Doc system.
proposal,
Then they are going
and
to
its
investigate
statement of
it whether
problem
already
feature.
some people
A
have
problem
done something
statement
on
should be,
your
as I
title
mentioned,
or
should
not.
be
Thereafter, they are
presented
going
within
to
a
send
context.
us a
A
permission
context must be there
about your
for us,
titles,
because
whether we
it will
cannot
give the
continue the
reader
same
a hand
title or not.
to get over
That is
the
why
problem
I would
in
like
no
to
time,
inform
as
my
soon as
friends
possible.
to take care
And
of
that
the
context should
originality
be
of their
provided and
titles. You know,
briefly
if you
explained,
would like,
including
something
what?
must be
Including
new
a
in your
discussion
titles. I
of
mean,
the conceptual
differ. It
or
must differ from
theoretical
the
framework in
same
which it is
titles which are
embedded.
there
That is
in the
important
world.
also for our friends to remember.
We call that
these things while
originality
they are
of
going
title.
to
You
the
have to take care of the
proposal.
originality of your titles.
The next
Please,
step,
as soon as
which
possible or in no time,
I'm going to talk
prepare your
about it to my
titles for me
friends
and send
to
them to
write
me,
their statements of
and let
problem.
me to challenge about them,
Is this,
to
please
maybe
state the
survey them
problem
through
in
internet to find
terms
out their
intelligible to someone who is generally
sameness from the internet,
sophisticated, by
to
who
find
is
out whether there are
relatively
some things
uninformed
there
in
or
the
not.
area
Yes,
of
Reza, you
your
would like to say something?
investigation. Okay, once more,
Reza,
once again, I'm going to
I
tell
think
you,
his microphone
please
is
state the
activated.
problem
in terms
Now,
intelligible to someone, huh? Who is
that's
generally
okay.
sophisticated,
Okay, my friends.
by
So,
who is
please
relatively
prepare as soon as possible
uninformed
your
in the
titles.
area
Hello again,
of
hello,
your
Mana. And
investigation.
send them to me.
Sometimes,
At least
in
up to the
our
next
readers,
session,
we
you
have
to
two
send
kinds
it
of
because we have not so
direct
much
readers
time.
and indirect readers.
Then you have to
Some
start
readers are there
to
who are
write something about your
enthusiastic
titles.
about
This
reading
term, you must learn how
pieces
to
of
prepare
literature.
yourself
But
to
some
get such a
other
big
are there who are
problem,
not
you know, to face such a big
enthusiastic
problem of
about
writing
reading
your
of them.
thesis. That
You
is why
have
I
to
am so
state problem
eager
in such a way
to
show
teach
those
something for my
who
friends,
have faced
at least to
problems
know
in that
how
theory.
they should
Then
write
this is the
their own
direct method of
proposals
you,
and then
okay?
their own
Sophisticated ones
thesis about
means
the
those who
literary
were
issues,
maybe who are
inshallah.
very much masterful, sophisticated,
Nice. Today, friends,
masterful
I'm
on
going
the
to
subject, okay?
start the
And sometimes,
features
friends,
of a good
your
proposal.
readers are not
After
sophisticated
getting
ones.
a title,
They are so
after finding
maybe
a good title,
simple people
and
and
maybe
ordinary people.
after accepting
Then
it
you
by
have
your
to
supervisor
state the
and
problem
advisor, and even
intelligible,
the
okay?
guru,
For both
English
the
gurus there,
sophisticated ones
and
and for
HOD
those
and some
who
other
have not
authorities of
any
the
information
university,
about
you must
that
prepare your
problem,
proposal.
but they are going
A
to be
proposal, as
interested
it meaning
on
shows
the
you,
issue, okay?
means
This is
to
next
preparing
step which
something
you have
before
done,
doing the
please,
original
in your
work. To preparing, to writing
proposal
something
for
about your
us.
work, about your
I'm
thesis,
sending
which
it
you
to
are
you also.
going to do on
State the
it
problem in
thereafter.
terms
You know,
intelligible
proposal
to
is this
someone
one.
who is
You are going
generally
to suggest
sophisticated,
something
but
in your
who is
proposal for your
relatively
thesis. You know, then
uninformed in
it
the
should be
area of your
academic. It should be
investigation.
informative.
This is very much
It
important.
should be
And here
written
totally
in
it
its
means
right
that
way.
Aryan
It should
knows
follow some
something about
features, some
romanticism,
standard features
something
of the
about
work.
modernism,
Then no one
something
can
about
prepare any proposal by his or her
postmodernism,
own
and
way.
so on,
Yeah,
okay?
already
But many
such
others maybe
structures
do
are
not
there
know
for the
about them.
academic
Just write
proposal.
something
But you
about
know,
your problem, you know,
still
and
some
let
differences
those
are there
informed
for
people
literature
also
students
come
and the
through
science
your
students, or
what
students
workout
of
study
teaching
to get
English
some
or
information
translation
that
studies.
is
They are
important
different from
again
the
for us.
literature, you know, proposals.
The
Literary proposals, you know,
maybe
must
step
follow
here
the
is
rules
effective
of the
problem statements.
MLA.
Answer the
As I saw
question.
last night, one of the
Remember
friends
this one. Answer the
has
question.
got
Why
the
does
MLA
this research
and send it into the
need
group.
to
I
be
thank again her
conducted?
again. I don't know whether
If
she
you
is there
remember
or
this
he
one,
is
it
there.
would be enough
Then,
for you
but
to
last
write
night
your
I saw
statement
something
of
there.
problem
Then I thank
part, please.
that person again
You should answer
for
to
sending
this
the MLA
question.
format for the
Why
students.
does
Uh,
this research need
Muhammad was there.
to
Muhammad,
be
thank you. Muhammad said.
conducted?
So it means that yes,
And your
Muhammad is
answer
Muhammad.
for this one would be very
We know
precious.
the
If researchers
gender of
is
Muhammad
unable
also.
to answer
Thank you,
this
Muhammad.
question
But
clearly
one thing
and
was there. One
succinctly,
thing
as
was
already
there.
I said,
Unfortunately,
and without
I became sad
resorting
of
to
Muhammad's
hyper
friends
speaking or
there in
something
group.
like this,
No one thanked
then
him for
the
sending that
statement of problem will
pamphlet for the friends.
come off
Friends, we
as
should learn first of all to
ambiguous
thank
for the reader.
God, to
You
thank
should
our
not do
parents,
this
to
way.
thank our friends,
First of all,
our
while you are
relatives,
going
our
to
sons, our
talk
daughters,
about
our
your
husbands, our wives.
statement of
Whenever
your
they are
problem,
doing
which is there,
something for us,
you have faced
you know,
that problem
as I
while
said, this is the base
reading
of
some
literature. We
theory
should
or
love
entering
each
into the
other.
literature
We should. This is
or
not the
practices
duty
and
of
something
Muhammad
like
to
this.
send that
You should
pamphlet
answer
into the
to
group,
this question
but
first.
he has
Why
done
does
it.
this research
Then
need
we need
to
to
be
thank.
conducted?
We need to thank Muhammad
This
there
is
in the group.
important. If you can
I did
answer
my own.
this
I think
question
I sent
easily,
something to
then you are
Muhammad
the
in
man of the
group,
battle. You can go
thanking
inside.
him
Otherwise,
for his lovely.
you please
You know,
stop there. And
as
to
I
have
said,
enter into
whenever
the
I am
world of
elder
research,
than you or
because,
older than you,
it
let
has
it be,
many
I
dangers
must
with
talk
itself
about
for
the
you.
experiences. We must
And
make
the
the
last
world a
maybe
good
step
place
here
to
is
live. Okay, we must.
for conference proposals. Remember,
Oh, nice,
for
nice.
conference
That's okay,
proposals.
Muhammad. That's okay.
I mean
That's
for
okay.
proposals
Nice,
for
nice.
articles, not for
It's okay.
thesis.
I did not know
The
about
statement of the
your
problem is
private,
generally
maybe
incorporated into the
I think,
introduction.
inshallah,
Academic
we never
proposal
forget
for
about the
theses or dissertations,
bestowing and
inshallah, in your
blessing
PhD
of
should
our
have these as
friends,
a
our God,
separate
our
section.
and so on.
Separate. This is the difference
Anyway,
between
I'd like to thank again
statement
our
of the
Muhammad
problem for
sending that
article
pamphlet,
and
for the friends
maybe
group today,
statement
tonight.
of the problem for
I
your
think last night,
proposal for your thesis or dissertation.
no matter.
Inshallah.
Fikri says that.
Okay, this is
Sorry,
the
doctor,
difference.
we
Just I
attended
have
your
mentioned
lectures and
the
in
difference
spite
is
of,
there. For
our
conferences
problems with
proposals, the
Don,
statement of the
you
problem
knew that the
generally
seminar subject
incorporated
was
into
recorded,
the
Dr.
introduction.
Zahra,
It means that
God
in
save her,
introduction
so we
part,
will
you can
attend
bring
your
the
fine
statement
lectures
of your problem
till
also there
we
in
solve our
introduction
problem.
part.
No matter, Fakri, I
It
didn't
is a
know about that
separate
problem.
feature,
For me,
separate
no
element
matter.
for
It
the
would be okay, inshallah.
proposal which you are going to
And
provide for your
this
thesis
system, I mean,
or
done
for your,
system
inshallah,
automatically, I think,
dissertations.
records whatever is there. And
Okay.
it would be available
Up to
for
now,
the students
if there is
to
any
collect
question,
it from the
I am
system
ready
and listen
for any
again
idea from
to those lectures
we
of
talked
your
about
teachers.
introduction
I think it is
and
like
the
it must be
statement
like
of
it.
the problem, and I
like
gave
that.
some
Okay.
notes, some
No
tips,
problem, Fikri.
some keys
Don't
for my
mention it.
friend
Just
to
now
provide
is
these
important.
two
Okay?
parts
Now
in
is
the
important.
proposal.
We are here right now and we are enjoying.
If any question, any idea?
Oh, you are guests, Reza. That's okay.
Because these are important, you have to
Mehman
get
Habib
them better and better.
Mehman
And
Habib.
inshallah, if you are going to write,
Friend of God.
you
Yes,
must
is the
go to
friend
write.
of God.
Not you are
Habib,
going to
Habibi, you
You
know,
must go to
Habibi.
write a
Most
proposal
songs
for
of
me.
Arabic,
Then
you know,
I'd
Arabic
like
songs
to write
has this
valuable thing
word in
for yourself
themselves.
and then
Habibi, Habibi,
for me.
Habib.
Yes, friends?
My friend.
Any
Yes.
question?
That's okay. So today I would like to talk about the features or structures or
whatever I
elements
said
of a good
about writing
a
introduction
proposal for
and,
my friends.
and still
Please
these things
remember
are there
these
for you,
elements
friends.
one by one.
You can, I
Because you are
think
going,
these
inshallah,
reports
after your
are there for
titles,
you.
you are going
Thereafter,
to write
if
at
you
least a proposal. Other
forget about
teachers,
anything,
maybe they are going
then you can go
ask you
that
to write
reports,
at least half of your
and
thesis for
you
them,
can get
50 pages,
once
60
more
pages.
or twice,
But I
thrice
do not want to
several and
bother
oral
you, to
times
annoy
from
you.
the system.
Just I would like you learn how to write them. Then thereafter, inshallah, you can manage your thesis in its right way and good way. But proposal you have to write and send it to me because it is very much necessary for me at least to find out what the hell is going on there in your writings, grammatical problems, and even friends. It is a big suggestion from me. Due to your accent, due to your mother tongue, some problems I think are there among our Iraqi students about their listening
one of our colleagues in India
then inshallah we shall do something to improve your speaking also,
and the
because
other
in
question
Viva
brings
sessions,
some other
or as I
question.
said, whenever
And
inshallah
some other
I'd like my
questions
friends to
bring
join me to some
many
conferences
other
in the world
questions.
also.
Then
And
we have
whenever
not
with my
such
students I am going
time.
to conferences, I am not
Then
going
it
to
is
talk there.
okay to say no
And I leave that
question
duty to
is
my
the best
students because
question.
I would like to enhance the
Question.
self-confidence
Many
of
times
my
these
students
Asian
there.
people
in such
could
big
use to
get-togethers
pronounce
of
it
the world,
as question.
they must do that.
No,
They
this
must
is
do that
quest.
because already we knew how to manage
It is
such
not there in
conferences.
Arabic.
But our friends must join to such conferences, inshallah, to show off.
These are unfortunately mostly used.
That's okay. Yes, as I said, friends, one by one, I'm going
primary
to tell.
school, whenever
In your proposal, what maybe materials must
teaching
be there,
us
what
the Holy
features
Quran,
must be there,
they
what
say
elements
that
must be there is this one. First of
all,
all, in a good, as I said, your proposal is differs from the proposals of science people, you know. Your proposal must depend on the MLA system, and the others depends on APA system. And a little bit differences are there.
We say
I will talk to you about
I
such
found that
differences. But first of all, about
people
our
also
own
can easily pronounce
literary
that
proposals, I'm going to talk.
You
The
can
first
say
and
je,
most
peux,
important
je.
element of your proposal
I know.
is the title of your work we study. Okay, the title must be there.
But easily you can pronounce it.
But
I have faced some
what
friends.
features a title
They can
must follow?
pronounce. They can
At
pronounce.
least its appearance
For example,
must be okay.
English mostly
As
you
I
say
said,
paper.
the question for should not be there in your title.
Che also.
A complete sentence
But they
must
are
not
not
be
there.
there. Okay, must
Arabic,
not be there.
accent.
Try to avoid punctuation
That's okay.
if you can. Try to avoid putting, I think, comma or semicolon or hyphen in your
How
titles.
much time
okay?
we left?
If it is possible. If not, just try to decrease the usage of them in your title. This is the case.
I'm
with
not
your
so
title.
much familiar
The
with the
originality of
concept
your title, as I mentioned, is
done.
important.
That is
Then,
why I'm
whenever you are
Still, I
going
think
to
6 minutes
write the name
left.
of some books, I mean novels,
in my recording,
plays,
it shows
you know,
84
collections
minutes.
of poetry and something like this,
84
which are in the
minutes.
form of a book. You
Up
should
to
be
19
italicized,
minutes.
you know,
Yeah,
italicize
18, but
those
here,
names. Whenever, for example, you are going to write the
18.
sons
That's
and lovers,
nice.
sons and lovers
Okay, friends.
must be in your title in italic form, you know. It must be
I
in
know, Ali.
italic form.
That's okay.
Brief and attractive, exactly, Fikri. It must be in its simple,
If you let
brief,
me to
attractive,
talk
succinctive,
about the next
useful,
feature,
informative,
and I will
you know,
keep the other
academic, and so
features
many
for the next
features are
session,
there for the
inshallah.
title.
But
Then
my dear friends,
keep such way. And if you are going
go
to
through
write,
the internet.
for example,
I will
the
send
name
you
of some short
pieces
stories,
of my
some
own
poems,
students, which
put them in the
graduated,
comma, please, okay? In the complete comma, we say in English.
And now maybe
Then
they are busy
other
somewhere.
features are there for the title.
I will send
maybe
some
our friends know about.
samples.
So the title is the first thing which you should add
by my own
first of all in your
own university.
yes, Ali, yes,
in
exactly.
State University,
And not
and some theses also
or
are there
ironical,
from
as we say.
University
It should
of
not be
Tabriz,
ironical and
for MA
ambiguous.
students. I have some PhD theses also, but
thank you
these PhD
for
theses,
your information about
right
the
now are not
writing a title. So the
I will
first
send,
and most important thing
samples
in
for
your
you
proposal
from my
is your
students,
title.
okay?
Remember,
Then you can go
please,
through the
friends.
features of that proposal. Sorry, that thesis to find out what the hell is going on
The
there.
next thing is
what about
in your proposal
you
is
should do
introduction.
By yourself.
Let me write. Please do not write. Please do not write something while I am typing the features of the proposal.
That's okay.
Because of the
Okay,
misunderstanding of my
the
friends.
next feature
That is why I am
of the
asking.
proposal, as
Please
I said,
forgive
is
me for
purpose
this
of the
suggestion.
study, target
As I'm
of the
going
study,
to
aim of the study.
write the
The purpose
you know,
statement should provide a
according to
specific
the
and
features of
accurate
the what we say
synopsis.
proposal here one by
Synopsis,
one.
what does
If you write
we mean by
something, then
synopsis?
it
Means
would be
brief.
maybe bring some
Summary
misunderstanding
of
to
something,
our
brief
students.
of
That is
something.
why I'm asking.
Synopsis of
You
the
at the end,
overall
if you have
purpose
any
of the
question or
study. Okay, a
if you would like to
synopsis
express
or a
yourself
brief
and your
summary
feelings for me,
of the
then you can
overall
write
purpose
something.
of the
Yeah,
study.
the first
we
one
should
is
bring
titled.
here
The second
for
one, it will like this. The
us,
second one
inshallah. If the
is
purpose is
introduction.
not clear to the writer, it cannot be clear to the reader. Yes.
Let it be there, then I am going to talk about the features,
clear,
even how we
inshallah.
should write
First of all, for the
introduction and
students,
those things.
and then for the readers and
The third
professors,
the third feature is the
supervisors,
statement of the
advisors,
problem.
and so on. This is their my dear friends. As I said,
Of the
if
problem.
the purpose is not clear for the writer, then it
problem
cannot
must
be
be
clear
there for
for
us.
the reader.
The
I
third
will
is
send it
the
for you
statement
also.
of
Then
the
you should remember
problem.
your
I will
purpose
tell
of
you
study must be
what
clear
should you write on
for
this
yourself.
part
You should
of your
understand yourself. What
proposal. But first of all,
do you
let me
mean
just
by your own purpose of
mention
the study?
the features.
Okay,
The next one
briefly
is purpose of
define
the study.
and delimit the
Fourth is
specific area of the research.
purpose
You will revisit
of the
this
study.
in greater detail later in your thesis, maybe, okay? In your thesis, inshallah. Or
A
in
study
your
must be there for us
in your next
in a
section,
proposal,
something like
inshallah.
this. Then you
The
should
next one
do this way.
is
Briefly
review
define
of
and
literature,
delimit.
which is very much important.
Limit
Review
and delimit.
of
Delimit means limit again and again.
literature.
Then
It's
briefly
very important
define
for the
and
students of
delimit
literature.
the
This
specific
part is very
area
much
of the
important,
research.
even for other
Because
theses.
you will revisit this
Our
in greater
the
or
next one
expand
is
detail in
questions
a later section
of the
of
study.
your thesis,
And sometimes
inshallah.
hypotheses also
Then
are there.
It says that
But
foreshadow
in,
the
literature,
hypothesis
mostly
to
we
be
do not have
tested
hypotheses
or the
there.
questions
Just
to be
if you provide some
raised,
questions,
as well
at
as
least
the
3 questions must be
significance
there,
of the
because
study. Here,
your
again,
thesis
in your
includes
purpose of
3
study,
chapters,
it's
main
okay
chapters,
to
I mean.
highlight your
One
hypothesis.
conclusion
But as I
chapter is there,
mentioned,
one
hypotheses
introduction
are
chapter,
not there
and the
for
main
us
chapters of your
because we are
thesis would be
literature
the
students.
3 chapters.
And just
It is okay
questions
to provide
would
at
be there
least
for us.
3
Highlight your
questions, 3
questions.
good questions
And
to answer
talk about
them
again
in each
a little
chapter
bit
of
about
your
the
thesis.
significance of the
That is
study.
why I'm saying
This will
you can
require
provide many
a
questions, but
specific
if
elaboration.
it would
Elaboration
be 3
means
questions, then I think it would
expressing,
be
okay?
Okay, the next
Elaboration
maybe
in
feature
subsequent
of your
sections
thesis
again.
after questions
Briefly, you
is
must
the
inform
methodology.
it in the purpose of study part of your
Methodology. Sorry if spelling problems
This
are
is the
there.
case.
Forgive me for that.
Foreshadow
Because,
means highlight. The
so
hypothesis
I'm
to be
writing or
tested
typing
or
very fast.
the
That is why
questions to
maybe
be
you will find out
raised,
some
as well as the
spelling problems
significance
there.
of the
So
study.
methodology
Then there will
must
be
be there
required
for us.
specific elaboration in subsequent sections,
And
which I
the
told
other
you.
and most
Here it means that
important thing
for
is
purpose of study, you can statement of
limitations
or significance of study. One more part would be there in your
limitations
proposal, as I mentioned.
of
I
the
think,
study, you know,
the number 11 or 10
limitations
was
and
there as the significance of the
the
study. In that
limitations.
part,
I
inshallah,
don't know
you
whether
can
I have
elaborate
typed in its right
more
way
and
or
more
not,
about
but
your
let it
aims
be there.
of the study.
Limitations and delimitations.
The other step
must be
here
there for
is
us, and you have to talk about
the purpose statement can
then
also
9
incorporate
significance.
the rationale for the study. Rationale for the study.
of study.
Some continuous or some
Significance of
committees
study must be
prefer
there.
that the purpose and
Then
rationale
10
be provided in
must
separate
be the
sections.
design.
However, it depends on, as I mentioned before, from university to
Of the
university,
study.
even in Iran, even in Tabriz also, we have
Or
Azad
we call
University,
it
State University Day. We have some different Azad University
chapterization also.
in Tabriz, in some towns of Tabriz also.
The design of study
The
or
case is different
chapterization,
among
we call
the
it.
professors, among the committees,
the
among
other,
the
maybe,
HODs, among the
feature of
authorities of the university.
proposal
They are different from each
is
other. Unfortunately, they do not follow some
bibliography,
universal and standard
or
things
better
here.
to say,
That is why here maybe that
works
case is there. I have provided for you
title.
to mention this also. So the purpose
Bibliography or
statement
resources
can
or
also
works cited.
incorporate
These are
the
the
rationale
elements
for
of
the study.
literary
Some committees
proposal for us.
prefer that
But
the
still,
purpose and
remember,
rationale
my friends,
be provided
still such
in
elements
separate
differ
sections,
from
however. But
country to
here
country,
it can be
from
in both
university,
states,
even to
in
university,
same state
from place to
also.
place.
But as I
They
mentioned, some
differ
others
a
are
little
not
bit,
there.
but these are the main features which
maybe
must be there
accept
in
this
a
way.
proposal, my dear friends.
Okay, my dear
So
friends, I
your
think
proposal, remember,
it is enough
must
for today.
include these
I will
features.
continue,
Otherwise,
inshallah,
it cannot
features
be
next session for my
acceptable
friends.
and
But up to the
accurate
next session, with
what
your lovely
proposal, an
names,
academic proposal
send
for
me
us.
please your
Then
titles.
these features must be
Your
there.
titles, remember, must
Yes.
be clear,
Right now,
must be
if you have any
brief,
question,
must
if you would like to say
be
something,
original.
the
This
stage
is
is yours.
important. Must be
Because I would
original.
like to
They
start.
should carry with themselves your
If you want
approach,
to say
your
something,
theories, the name of your works, the name of writer, and these things, inshallah, must be there in your titles. For me, the originality is important. The originality is important, friends. Thank you, Safa. Thank you, my dear friends. Hope you can get some information about the writing of proposal today from Ali Aryan here. Then, inshallah, next session, I will continue the issue for my friends.
yes, Zahra says that.
Now, if there is any question,
next
stage
lecture,
is
write
yours.
introduction.
Because still, as our friends mentioned, we have
Zahra,
5
I
minutes left.
couldn't get
If you would
over
like to say
what do you
something,
mean by this
we will
sentence.
come
You
wholeheartedly.
mean that
Otherwise,
I have
we
to
can leave the session.
give some
I have one more
information about
class.
how to write
After this
introduction,
class, we are
in
going to
proposal,
join to
or
American
you
English
are going, inshallah, to give a lecture
with some
for
other
us.
friends.
Next session, yes? Which one is okay?
Thank you, Raret. This is my duty. Friends, this is my duty. Ismail, thank you. Ismail. Shima.
No, Raget, no.
Shima.
In proposal, we do not need
Any
conclusion.
other good friends stays there. Okay, my dear
But sometimes
friends.
they bring the part conclusion also.
Last
Sometimes they
but
bring,
not least,
in some
again,
proposal I've seen
I
conclusion
hope
part also is there.
you have
But if you do not put
good
that
day
feature there
with
also, for me
your
there is no
family,
problem. Maybe
your
some other
friends,
teachers
your
would be there. They are asking
partners
you
in
to put
Iraq,
conclusion
and
also.
enjoy the life
Because you
and
haven't finished your
face
job
the
yet.
happinesses of life,
You are going to
and
give
bring
some
the
proposals, some
happinesses even by
suggestions,
force for
about
yourself,
writing your
and
thesis.
with
Then
taking
I
care of
think
the
it is
rights
not
of
okay
others.
to ask
You
people
have to
to
enjoy
write
because
conclusion.
it is your right.
And if they can
to
write conclusion,
live
it means that
happily
already
in
they
this
have
world.
done that
You know,
work and they are
as you
finished their
face the
thesis.
life
So what is
just
the
once,
use of
there is
writing
no
proposal?
U-turn for life. Okay, there is no U-turn for life. Then you
Conclusion
have
means
to
at the
enjoy,
end you are
please,
going to
and
conclude,
please do
to
not
get over
forget
something
every day
while
to
you
keep
studied
your smiles,
materials,
to laugh to the face of the
Then
people,
before
laugh to the world.
starting and
Then I
going
am sure that
to
world is going
collect
to
your
like
data,
you. Do not
I
forget
think it
about
is not
the
possible so
lovely
much to
songs
write
of
conclusion about your work.
Arabic music also. You can enjoy
I do
with
not
them.
expect you, to write. Right, suggestions also must be there in your thesis, not in your proposal. Suggestions after doing your work. You can suggest people what should they do more about the study. It is not possible to write suggestions for the others in proposal. Muhammad says that is there a limitation for the number of papers for the proposal? At least for your thesis. For proposal, you can bring 5, 6, 7, up to 10. No matter, huh? No matter, Muhammad. Uh, but the more, the better, we say. But still, for your thesis also, there is no limitation. Uh, you know, but for you, for an article, I say, to write a 15 pages article, you have to read at least 20 articles or books. But for proposal, if you bring 5, 6, 7, it would be enough for me. No matter. In the proposal, there is the same for the thesis. No, Muhammad, in your thesis, it must be at least 50, 60 books or articles with together must be there for your thesis as the bibliography or work cited. You must bring at least 50, 60, 70 articles or books there. But for proposal 7, 6, 5, they would be enough for me. Here in proposal, I would like you just to learn how to write a proposal, and what are the features of a good proposal. But inshallah, for your thesis, much time is there for you. Then you can easily go through the works and find out whether they are useful for you or not. Then you can bring them as the work cited in your thesis. But for your 10 pages proposals, just if you bring 4, 5, and 6 of them, it would be enough for me. Yes, please. If any question or idea is there, please ask me, because thereafter I'm going to talk about the features one by one. Is there a pamphlet or PDF to provide us of how to write a proposal or thesis? Yes, sir. Yes, already I have sent it to you. My own pamphlet, Doing Research, by Ali Aryan, is there to give you a hand. It is so simple because I have written it in simple English words and simple sentences also. That one is so much useful and helpful for you. Otherwise, yeah, I can propose some others for you with hard languages. I think my own template and my own, book there would be okay for you to help you. Thank you, Mohammed. Yes, any question, any idea?